Thank you.
Thank the gentleman. Let me recognize the next member who wishes to strike the last word, and that would be the gentleman from Missouri, Mr. Smith.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. As my colleague from Pennsylvania just noted of the hard work of our former colleague, Ms. Congresswoman Wilarski, I want to publicly thank her for putting forth this effort in pushing this resolution and trying to address all of this fraud. And I want to thank you, Dr. Winstrup, as well, for carrying on in her memory and making sure that this is taken care of. This is a huge issue, Mr. Chairman. If you look back, when President Biden took over, we had more than $1 trillion of excess COVID funds that was still just lingering out there. The response that the Democrat majority had was to pass another spending bill, $2 trillion. $2 trillion, they called it COVID relief, but less than 9% of it actually went towards COVID. It went towards so many other things that we've been highlighting how much waste it was. But we gave opportunities to the majority, and they refused to include common sense proposals that would have strengthened identity verification and fraud prevention measures in the UI program. The majority was in such a rush to spend American tax dollars, trillions of Americans' tax dollars, that their hastily crafted plan left trillions vulnerable to foreign crime rings. Foreign crime rings. The so-called rescue plan became law over 17 months ago, and still not a week goes by that there isn't a new headline about stolen identities harming unemployment recipients, crime rings stealing small business relief dollars, and the list goes on. Multiple news outlets have reported that fraud from federal pandemic spending has exceeded hundreds of billions of dollars. But the exact figure is unknown. The exact figure is unknown. And why? Because the Biden administration and the House Democrats refuse to perform any oversight. Any oversight. And that's what this resolution is all about. This resolution is all about just giving us 1 ounce of oversight to see how hundreds of billions of dollars have been used under fraud. I can't believe that can't be bipartisan. I don't understand why this committee, why our colleagues on the other side of the aisle refuse to join with us to see why hundreds of billions of dollars are being lost in fraud. The Washington Post, which is not the most conservative paper by any means, has said over $160 billion in fraud. Why can't one person on the other side help get this administration to respond? Myself, Ranking Member Jordan, Luke DeMeyer, and Brady, we sent a letter not too long ago to the Department of Justice on this very issue. This very issue. And you know what they sent back to us? Copy of testimony. That was not a response to our letter. Not a response. I hope my colleagues have enough respect for American taxpayers that this committee would actually look into the oversight of hundreds of billions of dollars that's being misappropriated. Do it for Jackie Wilarski. She saw it was a problem. I hope that you all will do the right thing. I yield back, Mr. Chairman.